you guys, Drake is hosting the Espys. He will be the host for the 2014 Espys. You guys know the Espys is the very large award show for all sports figures, anything that has to do with sports entertainment. That, should I say sports entertainment? Yeah, I guess sports is an entertainment, right? That's still an entertainment. Anyway, and I'm glad for him. I actually think that Drake is very talented. Okay, we knew him as an actor from Degrassi. But when he was on SNL, which is what they're saying is really what kind of, you know, solidified the deal for him to be you guys, solidified the deal for him to become the host for the Espys. He did a great job on SNL. Actually, he was very funny on SNL. The timing and everything, I just, you know, I thought he did a great job. And they said that that is what helped him get this job with the Espys. So he's taking it real seriously. His people really wanted him to get this job. They say he's been practicing, that he's going to be rehearsing, you know, a few days a week up until July. I think that's when the Espys are recorded. Good for Drake. What do you guys think about him? Did you guys see him when he was on SNL? I thought he did a great job. I mean, you know, when he played Cat Williams, I mean, fuck, he was transformed into Cat Williams. So, I know we talk about Drake and him being soft and everything, but the kid is very talented. He's funny. He's relatable. You know, he's not trying to be anything that he's not. I like him. And congratulations to you, Drake, as well. Tell me what y'all think. Do you think that he'll be good as a host? Somebody sent me a thing the other day and told me that Joe had an interview with Vlad TV on YouTube. That's I guess I didn't even realize, but that's a channel on YouTube that interviews a lot of entertainers. Joe seems to believe that R. Kelly was trying to sabotage his career. Now, I don't know if R. Kelly was doing what he said. He said that R. Kelly would go to radio stations and, you know, talk to music execs and talk to, I guess it was mostly radio stations, and say that they shouldn't play Joe's music. Okay, if that they play his music, he's never coming back there, this, that, and the other. And I guess he could have done that. I don't know why he would. Joe seems to think that R. Kelly felt threatened by him, that they were in the same lane. And y'all, now listen, I love me some Joe. Okay, remember that song, I keep on wanting to say treat them like they want to be treated, but it wasn't treat them like they want to be treated. It was, oh, I can't think of the song. Y'all, I want to sing it for you, but I can't think of it. How did it go? Oh, I can only remember the run. I'm not even going to do it for y'all. I'm sorry. But I love me some Joe. His first album was on constant repeat. I'm telling you, constant repeat. Like in 92, something like that, when it first came out. But I have never, ever in my life, put Joe and R. Kelly in the same lane. Joe doesn't have that crossover appeal. Don't nobody know Joe like they know R. Kelly. R. Kelly could have been doing that just to be an asshole, because I've heard that he is an ass. But as far as them being in the same lane and R. Kelly feeling threatened by him, and, you know, Joe coming up behind him and telling him, you know, move over, you know, no, you definitely had your own lane, Joe. Okay, R. Kelly has this lane and you got this lane, and really you was in the bike lane. You wasn't on the main road, okay? But that's not to belittle Joe. That's just to tell him that maybe you a little ahead of your britches, okay? Maybe R. Kelly was doing that just to be an asshole. Maybe he just didn't like you. But yeah, I don't know if I feel like he was feeling threatened or anything like that. Y'all tell me, have you seen the interview? It's just a little 2-minute interview. It's nothing. So yeah, tell me what y'all think. Now, maybe y'all think differently. Do you think that Joe had a chance to oust R. Kelly in the R&B, you know, in the R&B world? I don't really think so, but yeah, y'all tell me what you think. And while we're talking about assholes in the music industry, we have to talk about 50 Cent. 50 Cent was signed on, I believe, to he was going to endorse these headphones. They were going to be like direct competition to the Beats by Dre. He was with this company. I don't remember what the company was, but they was going against Monster headphones, Monster Products or whatever. And Monster Products is the one that Monster is the ones that make beats by Drake. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, we gonna get through this fucking video. So, 50 Cent was with this other company, and at the last minute he pulled out. I guess the company had already paid him or whatever, or you know, and or maybe not. That might be something I just came up with just now. But whatever happened, he went on to his SMS audio. You guys know he came up with his own headphones that have done very well in the headphone industry. And this other company was like, fuck what you heard, nigga. Those was our designs, okay? You done went and, you know, broke off from us and decided that you was gonna come out with the same shit under your own, and you gonna pay up. They took him to court and they won. So 50 Cent has been ordered to pay $16 million, that's a hefty ass fine, okay? He must have done very well from his headphones, and the other company wasn't having it. So yeah, I heard 50 Cent on the radio the other day, and I guess he's promoting something. I don't know. Does he? I know he can't have another album coming out. I mean, is anybody checking for 50 Cent? I'll tell you, I feel so nervous. For a quick minute, I was like, I need to get out this car. Like, I felt like something was going to happen to it or something. I got the car running and like it was going to blow up or something. I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. Tell you, this albuterol and this caffeine. This is like a damn high, like crackhead a little bit. All right, so I'm going to get real random real fast right here because there's a few things that I want to talk about. First of all, you guys, Roxicology, I am definitely going to have it up by the end of this week, by Sunday. I recorded it last weekend when my daughter, well, I don't even think it was last weekend, I think it was 2 weekends ago when my daughter had her slumber party at a hotel. I don't know why, I just ain't felt like editing it, so you're gonna know because my hair is burgundy, but whatever, I got it. Y'all, somebody was pissed the fuck off with me on Instagram the other day. I mean, they went off on me and said, you know what, you are fucking never on time, or what did they call me? Inconsistent. They said you're fucking inconsistent, and I'm gonna tell everybody I know to quit following you, you fucking whore. Well, goddamn, why I got to be a hoe though? Damn. I was like, well, shit. Okay, excuse me for having other shit to do, but yeah, they was pissed the fuck off. I'm sorry, because I blocked you on Instagram, but I couldn't block you. I don't know who you are on YouTube, so you probably still watch it. So yeah, I ain't really mean for it to be personal for you or nothing. You know, it's just sometimes I feel like it. So yeah, I promise it'll be up by Sunday. If it's not, by any small chance that something called life happens, please don't come up here cussing me out again, y'all. I kind of laughed. I was like a fucking whore. And then they even went and put some pictures. I was just like, well, whatever. But I have to say, when I do Roxicology, I never really hear back from, I hear back from a couple. I mean, I can say I've counted on maybe one hand the people that actually write me back and tell me that my advice helped them in a certain way. But I got a really nice email today. I won't say the girl's name, but she was in my Roxicology 9. Her letter was about the fact that, you know, her mother and her brother, she was taking care of them. Her mom was fucking up her credit. She got credit cards from her mom. And her brother had been molesting her for years. But now they were grown. And he's like 17 years older than her. And they were living in the house with the mom, and she's taking care of all the bills, and she's, you know, it was all this. You guys go back to Roxicology 9 if you want to see the what I told her. But anyway, she wrote me today, and you guys know Roxicology 9, that had to be some time ago. She wrote me today and told me that she took my advice and that it helped her, and it kind of worked out exactly like I said that it would be, that it was hard at first for her. But I told her to move out. I told her to get on her own. I told her to stop letting them fuck up her credit. I said stop taking care of that, you know, incestual, molesting ass brother. And, you know, she just thanked me. And I was so touched by you guys. I know I be hard. Okay. I do have feelings, okay, as a Capricorn. Because I keep telling y'all I'm a Capricorn, right? Y'all know that we know how to hide our feelings very, very, very low beneath the surface. However, it's really not that far below, okay? It's really right under the surface, but we know how to keep that shit under. So I was really touched to the point where I almost got a tear in my eye because, you know, you just never really know how you affect people. She said that, you know, my Roxicology probably helps a lot of other people, even those that don't write in. And some people have told me that. I can tell you that Roxicology does affect me, okay? Because I've had bad stories. I know for you guys that have been watching me a long time, you guys remember, or you might not remember, but I had this one person write in who had, I don't even know if I should tell the story, but because of my advice, they got their ass beat bad, very, very bad, and I felt terrible about it. And you know, that kind of made me stop. But you know, I realized how the gravity of some of the shit that you tell people. So then you got to start saying, well, this is just my advice, this is just my opinion, I'm not a professional. You know, you got to go through all of that. Kind of takes the fun out of it, you know. So then I was like, God, you know, people send you these heavy ass topics. But anyway, I said all that to say is I was very glad to know that something that I had told her, you know, worked out for her. And that's all I wanted to say on that. That's part of the random. So, you know, thanks. I did get your letter to you out there who wrote to me, and I'm glad I helped. Also, I gotta do this shout out. And y'all know I don't like doing shout outs for viewers because I just never really remember, because my mind is set on doing something. So I don't be remembering shout outs when somebody will write me on Monday and be like, on Thursday when you do your video, can you do a shout out for my birthday? And yeah, the mind, honey, if it don't happen right then. Did I tell y'all the fax machine story? One time I had this letter that I needed to fax. So, you know, I got the paperwork together and I was doing a little bit of other work and shit. And then I was like, oh, I gotta fax this. And I went to the fax machine. How about I already had a confirmation page there? I had already faxed the shit, y'all. And when I tell you I remember faxing it, not even one little iota in my mind. I was like, when did I fax it? You guys, I was so bothered about that, because I was just like, I mean, I honestly can't even remember getting up and going to the fax machine to fax it, and the goddamn confirmation page was there. So I was calling my friends. I was like, you guys, there's really something wrong with me. I didn't remember. Okay, so I'm just letting you know how this brain works. Okay, I just don't really be remembering shit. But Janice, her name is Janice Jefferson, on my Facebook page. Her and Big Daddy didn't had an anniversary the other day, and I think her birthday is coming up on the 15th or something. And I was like, Lord, let me go on and do a shout out for this child, because y'all, I'm telling you, we get into an argument about once a quarter. You know, Janice will come on there and say some nice nasty shit, and then I gotta go back and say some nice nasty shit, and you know, then we able to laugh about it. But trying to keep the shit clear, you know, I'm trying to make sure that this quarter we ain't gonna be arguing. Yeah, no, I really do appreciate Janice. She's been watching for a long time and very supportive and all of that. So just this one time, I'm doing a happy birthday and happy anniversary to Janice and Big Daddy. Alright, you guys, in reality talk, y'all want to know about Draya leaving Basketball Wives LA? I think people forget that these stories come out and then they bury them again and then they come out again, because Draya had already said back before Basketball Wives LA came out that she was leaving the show. And then of course we forgot about it now that we've been watching Basketball Wives LA. But they're saying that the last episode was the last time that we'll probably see Draya on the show. I don't think she recorded anymore, and she just had enough of the bullshit, and she just can't take it no more. Okay, so you know, she's been on Twitter and saying how she's not coming back, that VH1 needs to give her own show. I thought she had already got her own show, but evidently not. I know she had a 5-year contract with VH1, and I think this was only 3 years, so maybe they'll do something else with her for 2 years. I mean, a lot of people only watch for Draya anyway. A lot of people do feed off of Draya. The storylines all have something to do with Draya in some kind of way, so she's just like, all right, old ass bitches, y'all come up with your own storylines now. I'm out. I don't know. You know, Jackie has a lot of fans, okay, and a lot of people watch just for Jackie's crazy. So I don't know if, I mean, Draya is a big part of that show, so I don't know if the show can survive, but a little tiny part of me kind of feels like it might make it, you know, at least one more season. That's not all that surprising. As a matter of fact, I don't know why she came back for this season. Well, I mean, I know she did, because everybody has a platform and everybody wants to, you know, be able to push their shit on to the you know, be able to push their stuff into the reality show. That's not what I was trying to say. It was a mailman walking by, fucked up my train of thought. Everybody is trying to further their businesses on these reality shows. And so I'm sure that Draya was trying to keep all that in mind. But you know what? You can only put up with so much. And them girls don't like her. And they treat her real bad. And I feel like she gets intimidated a lot when she's in these situations. I mean, she tries to be big and bad. She's come a long way. But still, I think that that shit throws her off. She don't really know how to handle it. So your girl, just go on, get your own show. Leave that shit alone. So we do definitely know that Kandi's show will be coming on. It's called Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kandi's Wedding. They didn't go too far off the box trying to, you know, come up with a name. Kandi got married last Friday, April 4th, and it went off without a hitch. Well, they're saying that Mama Joyce is saying that Todd didn't want to sign the prenup, and, you know, it held off for at the last minute, didn't go to rehearsal dinner. I don't know what that's about. I guess we'll see it on the show. As far as we all know, they got married and everybody was happy. Pictures of Kandi and Todd in their wedding apparel came out in the In Touch magazine. It was a Rico Chappelle dress, $20,000, very beautiful. It was beaded and, you know, sheer up here. I couldn't really see the body because she had her flowers in front of her, but then we know that it goes and it kind of fishtails at the bottom, a bunch of feathers, ostrich feathers all at the bottom, like a champagne color, because we know that Kandi done been Kandi, you still my girl, okay? No, you know, people don't wear white. I mean, I've seen all kind of colors, so that doesn't mean anything. But the pictures are beautiful. I love the dress. I thought the dress was very Kandi. We thought that some pictures that had got leaked by Tiny's big ass mouth. Okay, that bitch can't never keep a secret. She had posted a picture of Kandi in this dress on Instagram or Twitter, and then immediately took it down. Of course, you know, people, I mean, you can screenshot immediately, and that's what people did. So the picture came out. It was a little short dress. It's probably Kandi's reception dress, one of her reception dresses. So that wasn't the official dress, but yeah, still, the shit got out. I guess the show is going to be like I Dream of Nene, and just a bunch of different episodes until, you know, going up until her wedding. There's all this talk about Fantasia's speech and how ghetto it was, and, you know, they tried to say that Kandi was very upset about it and how everybody was offended, and you know, because I guess Fantasia said some shit about, you know, you the realest bitch that I know, and, you know, I love your motherfucking ass, or something like that. I wasn't real sure about the story. I mean, when I read it, I think I read it on one of, you know, I'll just go on and say like a white blog. They're saying that she was so appalled and everything, but I was like, now I know Kandi. Okay, Kandi is just 2 steps off hood herself. You know, that kind of shit. You know your hood friends. You know what your friends gonna say. I mean, you have an idea when you put their ass on the damn mic what they gonna say. I mean, so you can't control it. Okay, I mean, they don't even know how to be no other way. So I don't think that Fantasia was surprising Kandi. Kandi couldn't expect it, you know, some other sort of speech to come out her mouth, and now they're saying that no, Kandi loved her speech. She wasn't embarrassed. You know, she laughed through the whole thing. I guess Fantasia started talking about her ass and how big it is and all of that. I mean, you know, maybe, you know, the older people, you know, maybe they wasn't really there for that. And, you know, it's a time and a place for other things. So maybe she could have toned the speech down, but I think the internet made it bigger than it was, and, you know, because every now and then, if you done been to one wedding, you done been to 50 of them where somebody got their ass up there and said some old inappropriate ass shit where everybody just kind of be like, oh, get them off the stage. So, yeah, I'm sure they'll show it on the show, kind of tone it down, bleep it out or whatever, but yeah, not that big of a deal, you guys. I mean, you know, Fanny gonna be Fanny at all times. Let's just be glad the bitch had some shoes on. There's a story that, if you guys noticed in my Real Housewives of Atlanta video, when I was talking about Kenya, at the end of Kenya's part, it kind of looked choppy because I had cut some shit out. And I still don't know if I believe it 100%, but I'm just going to go on and tell you guys in the video. So they're saying that Kenya may have faked her dog Velvet's death. They're saying that, and I said all this in the video before. I really could have just chopped it off and put it in here, but they're saying that Brandon, which was the guy that got beat up by Apollo, they're saying that he had posted a picture like 11 or 12 weeks ago of his dog and Velvet in the car on Instagram. 11 weeks ago was right at the beginning or the middle part of January, when all this Velvet getting mauled to death by a dog should have happened sometime at the end of November, because we know that A Mother's Love play ran in November around Thanksgiving out here in Atlanta. So I don't really know how the taping goes, but they're saying that taping had wrapped by November. I personally thought that they were still taping after November, but that doesn't mean that it's right. But yeah, now they're saying that, you know, she faked the death and that the dog is living with Brandon in Los Angeles, and, you know, that she did all of that for attention on the show. I mean, if she did, then that's stupid. Okay, why do that? Okay, I don't know why people, you know, that's just like when you call in sick and shit, you know, and you say that something's wrong with your kid. You know, it's like that. I don't never do that, because then it seems like you put that shit on your kid, then your kid get fucked up some kind of way. It's the same way with her doing this with the dog. If she really did say the dog is dead and the damn dog ain't dead, then it seemed like maybe the dog, yo, I can't get it out. Maybe the dog gonna die. It's like the self-fulfilling prophecy. So I would just hope that the lady was not that, you know, that hungry for ratings and, you know, sympathy and empathy, that she would not stoop that low and say that her dog died when it really didn't. Now, I know you Kenya haters is going to be all over this and say that she did. And I know you Kenya lovers is going to say there's absolutely no way. I don't know if we'll ever have complete proof, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that story. Do you guys? Tiffany in the game. Some more domestic violence, y'all. Y'all know how I feel about the game. I think he's an attention whore. He gets on my nerves. People find him sexy, and I mean, he has a little bit of sexiness about him, because, you know, I like a nice, tall, well put together, you know, physically man, and he is in that sense. But he just seems like an attention whore. He just seems like he's not authentic to me. Then we saw the relationship that he had with Tiffany. People could not understand why they were together. I mean, Tiffany is quite the bit of a nag. Everything was JC on, you know, something JC on. I told JC on. You know, I was just like, ugh. I always felt like maybe they didn't need to be together. Okay, they got 2 beautiful kids together, or however many it was, 2 or 3. And granted, he definitely loves his children. He's a good dad, but, you know, might not be the best husband. But, you know, she was determined to keep him with her. So, you know what that got her? That got her ass a busted fucking nose. Okay, they got into an argument, I guess, from what she says. And he busted a bitch in the nose and broke it. I guess she got a restraining order, and, you know, I don't really know if we're going to see this on the show, because they're taping the episodes. From what I understand, they're taping the show right now. Even though we heard that the game was going to be on Love and Hip LA. Love and Hip Hop Los Angeles. Maybe they had to finish up the game, marrying the game shit. I don't know. The game says that he's never touched her. So it's definitely... This story is like, it's always funny when one says the complete opposite of the other. It's just like, now who the fuck is somebody lying their motherfucking ass off, okay? How the bitch nose get broke? Did she go and get a door and just like bust herself in the face a whole bunch of times till the damn door broke her nose? What movie was that when we saw the lady? What movie was that, y'all? When the lady, she beat herself up to make it look like the man. Y'all remember the movie? I would remember if I wasn't on this high. Game is on one now. He's posting a lot about his Women Crush Wednesdays, and, you know, posting all these people. They're saying that now he's having some kind of thing going on with his personal assistant. You know, everybody deserves to be happy. So maybe him and Tiffany might not be for each other. I mean, you try to be together for the kids, but that can't be the sole reason. Okay, that's a factor, but it can't be the reason. So, you know, we'll see if he really did break her nose, or if he hit her, or, you know, if she's lying, or she's trying to get her. I don't know, y'all. But yeah, Marrying the Game, I guess season 3 will be coming to you soon. And lastly, Love and Hip Hop ATL will be back. It's coming back on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And I guess that means that Basketball Wives is going to be coming to an end soon, like I told you guys. And it looks like Basketball Wives LA is probably not going to have a reunion either. If Draya's not going to be there, it's going to be like the same thing with Evelyn. The shit might just end, okay? But, because I ain't heard nothing about no reunion. But, yeah, Love and Hip Hop ATL will be back in its place on Monday nights at 8 o'clock. And with all of the regular cast, with the exception of Tracy, thank God they got rid of Tracy and Baby Drew. They got a new cast member. I don't know the name. I forgot to look it up, but I was looking at the pictures. If you look at the promotional pictures of the girls, you know how they have them all lined up, one, you know, I was like, who the fuck are all of them? Everybody looked different. The only one I really knew was Jocelyn. Other than that, I couldn't figure out who anybody was. Everybody got long weaves. Everybody looked the same color. Everybody got on some old bodycon tight ass dress. You know how they do out here in Atlanta. But everybody's expected to come back minus Tracy, and this new chick is in her place. Y'all want me to talk about Benzino getting shot? I guess that's going to be on the show as well, because they did say the cameras was going at the time. I don't really know the story about Benzino and his mama. There was some drama there because he wasn't going to the funeral. They're saying that he was passing the processional on his way to go pick up Stevie J from somewhere up north in New York or somewhere. And I mean, out of all the fucking streets in Atlanta, you mean to tell me you just happened upon the one that's the processional for your mama's funeral if you wasn't going? Yeah, that shit don't sound right. And evidently, when he got up on the processional, it was some words. The cousin say it was some words between them, and the cousin felt threatened, and then he was shooting. He just decided to shoot. But Benzino said he just pulled out the gun and just started capping on that ass. Okay, so the cousin say he feel, you know, that Benzino's been threatening him for some time. You guys, you know, Benzino got some shit with him. Now, we don't really remember all of the stuff that happened when he was with the magazine. What magazine did he have, y'all? What wasn't The Source? Was it The Source? What was it? Whatever his magazine was, it was like one of them Source vibe kind of, you know. He was into some shit back then, and a whole bunch of, you know, he was crazy. He was threatening folks and beating up folks and women and all kind of shit. So, I mean, we ain't gonna put it past him, even though he didn't became, you know, Gentle Ben on Love and Hip Hop ATL. But some drama, family drama with him and the cousin. And the cousin said, oh, you know, he been threatening to kill me for some time, so I just felt threatened, me and my family. I had my kid in the backseat, so yeah, I had to get him before he get me. You guys wanted me to talk about Stevie J and his child support issues. I guess Mona and Puffy was summoned into court behind his shit. Not quite sure why. Maybe talking about his income in the past and present. He owes like some millions, a couple of $1 million in child support. I don't know how many fucking kids do you have to have to owe millions of dollars. I don't really know the story about Stevie J other than that. And yeah, this new tea was with Scrappy and Erica. You know, I follow them both on Instagram. It's looking like, you know, them being on this show together and the proximity, maybe it rekindled some flames that we thought was out. I guess we can get to this point now to think that maybe the flames will never be out between the two of these people. They might have, you know, it might be like a moth to a flame. They just can't, you know, seem to get away from each other. We know that Scrappy was with Bambi and what's her name, Erica was with the O'Shea boy, but now it's pictures of them popping up. You know, they were at Universal Studios together, and yeah, they do still have a kid together, and they may be just on vacation together with the little girl, but you know, they kind of been going out of their way to post shit that's real cutesy right at the same transformer with the same position, you know, the same stuff on, and yeah, so there's something going on there. This morning Erica posted a picture of Scrappy and his daughter in the bed, like together, and he doesn't have a shirt on, and you know, it's like, I don't know. You know, we get real riled up and say that this is not the man for her to be with. You know what? Fuck it. I see, this is what I told y'all. If y'all watch that Roxicology 9, I was telling somebody, you can't be getting all wrapped up in somebody else's relationship because you be all invested in what happened, and then they get their fucking ass back together, and then you still be mad about some shit that happened a long time ago, and this ain't even your relationship. Okay, so that's what we gonna have to do with Erica and Scrappy. Okay, if it's a train wreck, then let the motherfucking train wreck, okay, and get out their business. But you know, it's looking like something might be going on there, or they might just be fucking with us and, you know, trying to promote the show, or it might be a little bit of all of that. So just giving y'all a heads up, Scrappy and Erica look like they might be back on again. Alright, y'all, that's it. Got to go to the post office. I'm actually in the post office parking lot. Everybody's all walking around and everything. I gotta go in there and do some shit, and then I gotta get back to work. So that's it. We do this every week almost. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and y'all remember to come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.